In this lesson, we are going to be talking about notes in Yoruba words or accents or Yoruba words. Now, as an introduction, Yoruba language is such a language that all the words are made up of some sounds. So these are quite similar to what you have in musical notes. So it's like you can have the same word spelled the same way, but pronounced differently in terms of the sounds. So what you are saying in essence is that you can have a word or two or three different words spelled the same way, but because of the tones that you have on them, they mean different things. So getting an understanding of these tones on the words, these tones that go along with the words, it's very important in knowing how to speak and understand Yoruba language very well. Yoruba language is one of the few languages I believe that has this characteristic, and we have to be very much in tune with this to be able to understand. So in addition to learning the alphabet, you also need to learn the sounds that come with all the words. Okay, so in Yoruba, we have three notes in Yoruba. Three notes, and like I said, they are similar to what you know in your music, and they are do, re, and mi. So you can just say do, re, mi, do, re, mi. So all the words that you will talk about or hear about in Yoruba, all the words in Yoruba are made up of a combination of these tones that we have here, do, re, mi. So what you are simply going to do in Yoruba is that you break up your words into syllables. So every syllable has a sound. Every syllable has its own sound. So the sounds can be combined in any way. It doesn't matter. But every syllable of a word has a sound. And it's also very important to realize that the sounds are normally attached to or they are put on the vowels in the words. We'll talk about that much later. Let's look at some examples. Don't forget, we are talking about three different sounds: do, re, mi. So your words can come in a combination of any of these three in any way. So let's look at some popular words in Yoruba, and let's try to look at this the sounds that are on this one, on this particular words. So I'll start with fish. Fish in Yoruba is called eja. Eja. Okay. Now, trying to get your tones that on this word that are on this word, you will have to go like eja. Now you have three notes: do, re, mi, like and you have Well, you may not get it right now, but eja is actually re, re. It's not do, do. It would have been, if it's do, do, it should have been eja. If it was mi, mi, it would have been eja. But it is re, re, eja. Do you get it? Okay. Let's take some examples. That's fine. Let's say agbado. Agbado is corn. The corn that you eat, that is agbado Yoruba. So agbado. Can you be able to get the sounds on that? Well, agbado will be, you just go you hum it like that, and that will be do, re, right? There's no me in that, and that's exactly what it is. Do, re, agbado. Let's use another example. Let's use one that has 4 syllables now. Okay, let's say a word like alakowe. Alakowe. Alakowe is used to represent somebody that is educated, especially the one that makes a show of it. That's just one word that they use to represent very educated people. So alakowe. So can you give that a try? that is going to be A will be re, La will be mi, Ko will be do, and We will be mi, or like me again. Re mi do mi, alákọ̀wé. Okay, we mi, alákọ̀wé. Re mi do mi, re mi do mi, alákọ̀wé. Now let's use some few names also as examples. Okay, so let's say like Ọmọ́wùmí, Ọmọ́wùmí. Now you will note that if you watch this very well, Ọmọ́wùmí sound the same way like alákọ̀wé in terms of the musical notes you have on them, in terms of the notes. So alákọ̀wé, alákọ̀wé, and Ọmọ́wùmí, they sound the same way. So Ọmọ́wùmí is also re mi do mi, Ọmọ́wùmí. You understand? Now let's take another name. Adémọ́lá, Adémọ́lá. Adémọ́lá will be re mi, because the de-mo-la, if you it, is going to be So you are repeating the mi 3 times. So it's re mi. So you can just go on and on like that, and any Yoruba word that you pick, you can try to make a practice of it. If you get to learn any word, or you hear people talking about any word, just try and pick it up and try and determine the sounds that you have on it, because along the line in this lesson, we will be talking about the sounds when we introduce words as well, to give us a better understanding of it. Now, I said something earlier on that you can have the same word spelled the same way, but having different meanings based on the different sounds that you have on it. So it's not uncommon in Yoruba to have up to 4 meanings of the same word, or maybe even 5 for some words. Let me give you an example. Just note this. There is a word that is spelled Igba. That is like, in English, we'll talk about Yoruba alphabet, no problem. In English, it will be spelled like IGBA. IGBA. Now, in Yoruba, this word can actually mean 4 different things. I'll tell you the 4. Now, if you use the accent do, so this word will be Igba. That is do, Igba. So Igba in Yoruba means time or season. Time or season, yeah. So somebody can tell you Igba wo lo ma de. That means when are you going to arrive, or which time are you going to arrive? Igba. So that is one, Igba. Now, if I change the accent and I turn it to re mi, that will now be what? Re mi will now be what? Igba. Igba. Igba is a god or a calabash. That is what Igba is. That is just what it is. Igba. Now, I can swap it around again and go re. That will now be what? Igba. Igba. Igba means 200 in Yoruba. Yes, when you say Igba, it's just 200. So you can say Moni Igba Naira. That means I have 200 Naira. So Igba, re. That's 200. Now the last one will be do mi. So when I go do mi, it's going to be what? Igba. Now Igba means garden egg. Garden egg, yeah. The garden egg that you have, that you eat and you make stew with, and all of that. So I'm just using the example to show you that we have a word spelled the same way, but meaning different things, 4 different things, because of the 4 different accents that go on them. So you see how important it is for you to know exactly what it is you are talking about, especially when you have something in written form. You will just have to look at the signs on them to know which particular word this is talking about. So that is that. And lastly, before we leave this, I did say earlier that the accent in the written form, you will always find out that the accent, the do re mi accents, are put on the vowels alone. So consonants don't carry the accent. It actually goes on the vowels. The consonants don't carry it. And in terms of representation, when you are reading, you will find out that do is represented as a backward slash, re has no sign, while me is represented as a forward slash. So backward slash for do, no sign for re, and forward slash for me. So do re mi, backward slash, no sign at all, forward slash, and that is always put at the top of your vowel. So you see that sign going at the top of your vowel to know which sound you are going to put on that. I mean, how you are going to pronounce it. So if you don't see a sound, that means it is re. But if you see a forward slash, that means it's a mi. If you see a backward slash, that is a re. And that is always on top of the vowels. Take note that always on top of the vowels alone. So I would like you to try and get yourself familiar with this. If you can do some more practice on this, any word that you pick up, try and know what the signs are, and try and know what the notes are. And I believe with a little bit of practice, you will be very comfortable with doing this. You'll be comfortable with doing this. So that is where we end this lesson. In the next ones, we will go ahead with other things to build on this particular one. Thank you very much for your time.